Despicable Me holds a special place in my heart, solely because it was one of the first films I ever watched, and I even watched it back in my primary school. As a young boy, I loved it. I loved everything about the film. Coming back to this film today, does it still hold up 10 years later? Well, it's still certainly a very well put together family film that has aged very well for a film that released back in 2010. It has gorgeous graphics, nice looking CGI, staggering voice performances, and great morals that kids can learn. But what about myself? I recently watched this film again to see how well it holds up to this day. And that's what we are here to discuss today. My review on the 2010 animated film Despicable Me. Before we start, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoy it, and subscribe to my channel for more content. Thank you, and enjoy. Starting off, the storytelling has lots of great movement as it goes along. From Gru hatching his plans to stealing the moon, to Gru evolving with his 3 adopted girls, and the idea this film takes throughout is a villain having a change of heart. It's very original, but also very creative, since it shows villains have a change of heart. In fact, Gru isn't evil and just wants to be loved. He gets exactly that with his 3 adopted girls. Not so despicable now, ain't it? This film also has great CGI animation. I love it, especially from Illumination. This has a beautiful mix of DreamWorks. It was also the first ever movie animated by Illumination. In my opinion, their animation is a bit underrated. A lot of it has Pixar-like animation, with a nice, realistic blend of DreamWorks for the visuals. It combines both so good here. The film itself also has some really likable characters, with all getting some excellent character development as the film progresses on. Gru is very fun to watch in all the scenes he's in, especially during the scene where he is stealing the shrink ray. Dr. Nefario is an all-around very interesting character, as he's very creative in weaponry / experiences. The minions, of course, who can't forget about the minions? They are never annoying, and this also shows that they aren't just your typical dumb little idiots, especially in the climax. The girls, Agnes, Edith, and Margot, are extremely adorable and charming. And then there's Vector, with many memorable lines and always entertaining. Oh yeah, Vector's name is also known as a mathematical term. Why? Because Vector commits crimes with both direction and magnitude. Oh yeah. This film also has some very talented voice actors. The big star here being Steve Carell, doing an excellent job of portraying Gru. And even Jason Segel giving Vector some excellent character here. You can tell just how much fun Jason had playing Vector, considering how his lines matched his character so well. Everyone brings a great job to each of their characters. This film also has some very light-hearted and funny laugh-a-minute gags here and there, especially since these moments would eventually become internet memes across the internet. Gru's plan to shrinking the moon, funny quotes like, "Do you want to explode?" from Dr. Nefario, "I will stuff you all in the crust" from Gru, and Vector himself was also really funny to watch, especially the scene where the girls keep questioning Vector about wearing pajamas. The music score is very vivid and is really moving as well. The songs, however, are the main highlight, with some like Fun, Fun, Fun and Prettiest Girls. This is a trend that the series would have. Catchy songs to help the film move along and helps keep the tone of having it all family friendly. And the final thing that I like about this film is it has a lot of messages for a bad guy to good guy. It shows you transforming yourself from selfish and hate to love and care as well as trust. It really teaches you on becoming a better you. And teamwork is a big success, especially when you work well together and achieve greater goals. That's what I love about this film. Everything is all simple and just straight to the point. I hope future kid generations watch this film to see how much they can learn for themselves and behavior. Overall, my final opinions on Despicable Me is that it's all in all excellent. It's simply both physiological and chucklesome. It's a family-friendly film that can be enjoyed by children and adults. It has aged very well for 2010 standards. It's got morals that can be easily understood by children, and the minions just steal the show most of the time. Being a villain doesn't mean you have to be bad. Just love yourself for what you do, and never treat people like your slaves. And finally, learn things the nice and simple way. What is your opinion on Despicable Me? Have you seen this film? Does it still deliver the goods for you to this very day? Let me know in the comment section below. And also, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. And subscribe to my channel if you're new to see more on my channel. Thanks for watching. Featuring colourful animation, a talented cast, emotion, humor, and a light-hearted story, Despicable Me offers vivid fun for all ages.